Live from San Jose, California. It's the final week of SFLm Season 4 as 4 teams vie for 2 final playoff spots in the SFLm playoffs. Tonight, the Boise Mud Dogs bring their second-ranked rushing offense into San Jose to play the Flight and their third-ranked passing offense. It's a battle of opposing offensive styles out west tonight as the Mud Dogs look to lock up a playoff spot with a win and a Salt Lake City loss. Hello and a very warm welcome alongside Cameron Irvine running the stream. Eddie Gage is alongside me. My name is Michael Trillo. Eddie, it's been a long, exciting season of SFLm football, and it comes down to this.
And it comes down to this. You got that right, SFL Nation. Act like y'all ain't know. Look to your brothers and sisters to the left and right of you and say it along with me. What up, though? It's your man Eddie Gage in the booth with Trillo. It's been a long time since I talked a game with you, man. And we got a good one to wrap up the season.
The Flight are out of it. They're only 2-5, but they can play spoiler to Boise tonight again. Salt Lake also needs to lose for Boise to have that 4th playoff spot. It's color be color tonight. It's black, yellow, black for Boise and white, blue, white for San Jose. We've got the ball on the tee, the hand in the air. It's game on from San Jose, California. Flight to receive. And out past the 20-yard line, spinning up towards the 30 is the kickoff returner for the Flight. That's Gary Walters. Here's the San Jose offense led by quarterback Jordan Sipe. J.C. Bacon is the running back. Fullback is Torreno Rivera. Anthony Delano, wide receiver, DJ Bandit at tight end. I formation on first down. San Jose doesn't really run the ball a lot. Only averaging 76 yards a game, but they do give it to Bacon that time. And it'll only get 3 yards off the right-hand side. Here's the Boise defense, led by the big man up front, Anthony Stover on the defensive line. Linebackers Jason Strongbow and Diamond Blackwell. Don Fletcher and Liam Ryan are the corners. Jack Snook and Dante Grimm are the safeties. Back to pass for the first time tonight is Sipe. He goes over the middle, and it's knocked away. There's the aforementioned Dante Grimm there to make the pass breakdown, as well as James Hellmans.
You talked about it right up here a moment ago. San Jose not known for running the football, and Boise, they got the memo as well. They come out with a soft box, and it looks like their game plan is to defend the pass and close off those passing lanes here, Mike.
It's going to be 5 wide for the Flight. Under the middle it goes. That's going to be close to a first down and going to be half a yard shy with Anthony Delano. And we'll see if San Jose elects to go for it here early in the game. I believe that is Aaron Lind, the punter, coming onto the field.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they got a favorable spot there either. I thought that was a first down.
Must have missed it by about an inch. Defensively, San Jose allows just barely over 100 rushing yards a game. And Boise allows over 220 passing yards a game. So it should be an interesting matchup. We'll see which style of offense gets more results as Boise returns up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Mud Dogs offense led by quarterback Trellis Blanton. Douglas Brown is the running back. Honus Adobe, the wide receiver, along with T.T. Crystal. Kyle Storm, the tight end, and Moose Mitchell at guard. First play to the bread and butter for Boise, but it's snuffed out immediately as Brown could not extend the play off the left-hand side. Here's the San Jose Flight defense. Jabril Kersey is the defensive end. Defensive tackle Buster Johnson. Linebackers Sean Robinson and Aaron Gooden. Baloo Scott and Peter Warbonnet are the safeties. Sam Blotner and Bryant James are the safeties. Baloo Scott and Peter Warbonnet are the corners. Here goes Brown again. Spin move to get free to the outside past the 50. One man to beat, and he's dragged down by Sam Blattner, the safety, all the way inside the San Jose 40-yard line. And that's the way that Boise has moved the ball all season long.
It sure is. You can see the guard coming off the power play, sets the edge, and gives him all kind of daylight there to the outside. And if not for the secondary, he'd still be running into the end zone right about now.
Douglas Brown, over 1,000 yards rushing on the season and 10 touchdowns even before tonight's game. That ranks third in SFLm this season behind Randy Scarebush of Annapolis and G.P. Wells of Memphis. Brown this time on the screen pass and doesn't really go much of anywhere. Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Douglas Brown kind of disappointed that he did not get drafted last season. I can assure you this season he'll be a first-round draft pick.
There's a bunch of good running backs in this class. I already mentioned Squarebush and Wells, but also Brad Jones. You saw for Tacoma have a crazy game earlier tonight. Tacoma is still in with a shot to make the playoffs. They need a Salt Lake win to get in, which is exactly what Boise does not want. This time Jones is stuffed up the middle. Excellent play by the linebacker, and Buster Johnson, a defensive tackle, in there to make the stop as well.
Really careful right here. They come into this league, into this game, 8th in passing, and on 3rd and long, you don't want to squander away this scoring opportunity.
Only 3 receivers out there. They're going to send Brown as well as Blanton looks, forced to scramble to his left, and he's going to go down. That's a coverage sack if I've ever seen one. And on the sack, it's Walter Reed. So San Jose will, I believe, force Boise to punt as they're out of field goal range all the way back to 42.
Big 7-step drop. Blanton could not find the eligible receiver open downfield, forced to eat that one.
Punter for the Mud Dogs is Ralph Bennington. And he's going to try and pin San Jose deep.
Great punt.
Bouncing at the 10 and just over the goal line. If you were watching, Eddie, the first game of the night, there was a punt that just, very similar, bounced at about the 10 and just went straight up into the air and stopped at the 1-yard line.
I did see that game, but I do not recall seeing that punt. That's ridiculous.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah.
Flight on offense for the second time. Here's Jordan Sipe. On the swing pass to Bacon, a Week 7 signing. Only 5'11", 208 is Bacon, on the smaller side for running back. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage and not a whole lot more.
Yes, showed a great example of closing speed right there was cornerback Liam Ryan.
Defensive line shifts to the right. 2 receivers spread out to the right of San Jose's offensive line, and up the middle goes Bacon, and he gets nothing.
Lost a yard.
Diamond Blackwell, the linebacker, in on the tackle. Now it's 3rd and long, and a desperation pass out of Jordan Sipe that is knocked away by Dante Grimm. Grimm, 4th in the league in total tackles this season with 66. Also has 7 pass breakups and 4 interceptions, and is on the short list for Defensive Player of the Season.
Also very active in game chat as well. Coaches like myself, I don't necessarily look so much at the stats. I'm looking at your activity and what you can do for Arizona off the field.
Second punt in a row upcoming for Aaron Lind, this time backed up inside of his 10-yard line. It's going to be good field position for Boise. Catch made at the 40, but excellent coverage as the Mud Dogs will start at their own 44.
Boise, unable to take advantage of the field position they were granted on their last possession, has once again pretty good field position on this possession. Let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah, and I think Trellis Blanton showed his inexperience a little bit. On that sack, he probably could have thrown that ball out of bounds, and that would have been a long field goal attempt, but he took the sack, pushed him back out of field goal range, and they were left with no points. Up the middle goes Brown, and a hard hit just past the line of scrimmage for San Jose.
Going to be a pickup of about 1.5 yards, and he made about 3 cuts to gain that 1 yard.
Something that Boise's going to want to do is get the receivers involved, even if just a little bit, so that the San Jose defense doesn't just hone in on Brown. It's going to be Brown again, but that's a poor pass over the right-hand shoulder and out of bounds. They're going to give him, they're going to say it's an incomplete pass, so sparing a little bit of egg on the faces of Blanton and Brown there.
Yeah, you like to see Blanton allow that play to develop and see if someone can get open downfield. He kind of checked it down to Douglas just a bit too soon, in my opinion. There was no pass rush near his vicinity. He had a clean pocket. Give yourself a lot of time that play to develop and see what opens up for you.
And you stressed this on the last Boise possession, Eddie. 3rd and long with a primarily run offense. Let's see if Boise can convert. It's going to be a quick throw over the middle. That one's almost intercepted off the hands of Baloo Scott.
Wow, yeah, that should have been intercepted. Brian James was right there, and I thought he was going to pick that one up, and he had a cavalry in front of him, so he come up with it as well.
So another Boise punt coming up. It's just been punt, punt, punt the first 3 drives to this ball game. If you've just joined us, my name is Michael Chirillo. Eddie Gage is alongside me for the final game of the season for these two teams. Boise still has a shot to make the playoffs with a win and a Salt Lake City loss, although San Jose is out of it looking to play spoiler. And something I've been impressed by with both teams early on in this game is the punt coverage.
Oh, absolutely. If anything else, that's one thing we can talk about and highlight is the special teams unit of both these teams, as Tyler is providing you some assistance in a game chat with playoff scenarios.
Under center goes Jordan Sipe. We've seen mostly run out of San Jose, and this time Bacon gets free and drags a defender for 8 yards. Took Don Fletcher to bring him down all the way at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, and we can see here as Boise continues to deploy this 3-4 defense against San Jose, trying to close up these passing lanes. But so far on this drive, San Jose has been able to exploit it when it runs up the middle.
Oh, look out. J.C. Bacon just got walloped back at the 22-yard line.
Talk about disrespect. That man has a family. He doesn't care if it's almost Christmas time.
No Christmas spirit for Liam Ryan, especially for J.C. Bacon. That was a hard hit and a loss of 4. Sipe. Time in the pocket, finds the receiver open over the middle. That's the tight end, DJ Bandit. And for the first time in the game, San Jose moves the chains.
And that's a play you don't see doubt up in the pros. They have 4 eligible receivers downfield, all run a hitch route. He had about 2 of them open, and he finds a receiver there for a nice first down.
Sipe forced to move in the pocket, throw on the run to Bacon, and Bacon will just get out of bounds back at the line of scrimmage. That's about the same as throwing the ball away.
Yeah, and actually, Boise came with a 3-man front, but they actually sent the inside linebacker on a blitz to add a 4th, forcing him to step up away from the pocket and throw that one away.
Handoff, left side, nowhere to go for Bacon again. As Boise's defense swarms the line of scrimmage and Don Fletcher gets the tackle. It's all cornerbacks all the time hitting the running back on this drive.
Early in the offense so far.
Maybe San Jose is going to take advantage of those corners being so aggressive and burn somebody over the top. Sipes is going to go down the middle. That pass is caught straight down the throats of the Boise defense. Vern Zales over the middle into Boise territory for San Jose.
Yes, exactly. They sent another blitz this time from the outside linebacker, but the quarterback kept his composure, Jordan Sipe did. Found an eligible receiver downfield for a first down.
Just another swing in the flat to Bacon, shoulder to the ground. That time on the defensive side. Julian Rasmus on the tackle. This time up the middle, going no huddle. Liam Ryan there to make the stop again, quickly third down. Tight, pressured, down he goes. The offensive line could not contain the man up the middle, Francis Highland.
Yeah, this Boise defense up front came to play. San Jose comes out in a pair slot right. That's a an Atlanta Swarm special. But they were unable to get their short passing game going. It's going to force a punt.
And San Jose has come out and really tried to battle Boise at their own game by running the ball with Bacon, the Week 7 signing. And Boise's defense has been all over it so far. The biggest strides San Jose has made on the offensive side of those two nice passes over the middle by Sipe.
Yeah, both defenses have come to play. I mean, you got San Jose out here playing for pride. Boise fighting for a potential playoff spot. And right now, this is still anybody's game.
Have not seen the contribution of a leading tackler in the SFLm, Aaron Gooden, yet. We could see that on this drive. Brown bounces off a tackler and gets dragged to the ground. Back at the line of scrimmage, he'll fall forward for a gain of 1.
Douglas Brown getting a lot of attention from this San Jose defense, and rightly so. The cornerback did a great job of getting off of his block, getting up there and make the initial hit to slow him down until help arrived.
And it's been the opposite of San Jose's offense for Boise. They've tried throwing the ball a lot more than I thought, but this time it's delayed handoff and nowhere to go for Douglas Brown as Buster Johnson gets in the backfield and takes him down for a loss of 1. Johnson, the team leader in sacks.
Yeah, you can't fault Boise for the game plan there. They spread the defense out wide, stretched them out, but they were still unable to get any yardage.
This time they go I on 3rd and 10. Blanton, time to throw, but rolls into pressure and down he goes. Buford Reese puts the Boise quarterback in the ground for the second time in this ball game.
Only a 4-man rush, but San Jose did a great job of actually confusing the offensive line by running a stunt there. It looked like a tackle DN stunt there. Confuses the offensive line. Assignments get lost in the shuffle, and their quarterback is unfortunately has to eat the turf.
And look how the tables have turned here in this first quarter. Last play of the first quarter is going to be a Boise punt from their own 3. And San Jose is going to have the field position advantage when we start the second quarter. It's been all defense between the Boise Mud Dogs and the San Jose Flight. Boise trying to keep their season alive. San Jose trying to play spoilers. Second quarter is next. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. And someone who is not a fan of the Boise defense right now is J.Z. Bacon, because he has been going backwards more often than not tonight. There's Jonte Grimm, the safety, flying down to make the stop.
Nice transition there, Michael. Yes, indeed. He's getting a lot of attention. You would think his name is Douglas Brown out there as much as attention as he's getting in his run game today.
And it's been the corners and the safeties, really, that have been the spies on Bacon as he gets the ball again, try to run through traffic, nowhere to go. Jason Strongbow, the Week 5 signing for Boise, 6'2", 251, makes the tackle that time.
Well, you can't fault the coaches. I mean, they try running inside, they try pinching them, they try running them outside, they try pulling guards, and nothing so far has worked for this run game for San Jose.
You know what that tells me? It's time to throw the football. Here's 5 wide on 3rd and 10. They go short, and the receiver will not be able to pick up the first down.
Michael, you know how they say there are preseason games for even the refs and the coaches? I cannot tell that you've been off for several weeks if you came back in here and got right back where you left off.
Well, I've been on the mic, just not for the SFL. I've been calling a lot of basketball down here in Central Florida. But it's great to be back in the SFL broadcast booth. Can't wait for season 18 just around the corner. Schedules got released just this week as that punt rolls into the end zone and San Jose will take over. We were talking before the broadcast, Eddie, about our team schedules. You happy with Arizona's schedule this season and how your prospects look for season 18?
Well, of course, as usual, Cam shows no love to the desert. We're not fans of his, obviously, but we look forward to the challenge each and every season.
Strong words for the man currently controlling the output of your microphone. Here's Boise back on offense. And getting back to the line of scrimmage is Douglas Brown. No running game has really had any momentum here early on in this contest.
Yeah, Boise coming into this game ranked 4th in rushing with Douglas Brown, but they have been unable to get him going here today.
Over 1,000 yards on the season for Brown. 10 rushing touchdowns, one of only 3 rushers in the SFLm this season with double-digit rushing touchdowns. This time, Boise elects to throw the ball. It was a little bit behind Kyle Storm, the tight end, but he makes the adjustment and falls forward for a gain of 8.
Yeah, I don't know if he got rubbed there a bit, but because of it, he got turned around just a bit, but the quarterback kind of lost that ball up there and allowed him to come down with it. Nice safe throw.
Handoff middle. This is where Douglas Brown is most effective in picking up those short yardage situations, and he does so right there. Boise likes the coverage. They're going to go up tempo. Seeing an awful lot of that from both teams in this game. It's going to be a disguised flip to the outside for Brown. Oh, I thought he was going to escape down the sideline, but he just kept a toe out of bounds at the 39-yard line. This time, Brown up the middle, falling forward for a first down. Boise continues to up the tempo. Rolling to his right, throwing across the middle. Penalty flags fly as the ball was off the chest of Kyle Storm. Couldn't secure, but we may be getting a pass interference penalty. And I kind of agree with you, Eddie. I didn't see, maybe he was held, but I think that's a harsh call that goes against linebacker Sean Robinson.
That's a terrible call. The quarterback was, all out of sync. Shuffling, got forced out of the pocket and pretty much threw a Harish got to be over there somewhere type throw and got bailed out by the referee.
Underneath it goes to Brown out of the backfield, and that's a play that I've seen a lot of pro teams use pretty much starting this past season, is that just sneak the running back underneath and then throw it to him in the soft zone. Up the middle goes Douglas Brown, 3rd down and 1. Boise's converted a couple of these on 3rd down. On this drive, again, it's going to be Brown. Oh, he barely got there. He put his face in the chest of Baloo Scott and tossed him backwards the 1 yard they needed. This time floated to the far side by Blanton. I'm surprised Boise has continued to stay with this up-tempo offense on this drive, although it's worked out for them so far. That's a poor pass, lost of a yard as it was behind Brown.
Third and 8, got to be really careful here.
And they still continue to go up-tempo, although this does look like a short yardage package. It is. They go short. Douglas Brown can't get there.
Not going to be able to pick up the first down, and given the spot 34-yard line, they have not invested in their resources in a kicker. They're going to be forced to punt this ball away.
Now listen, we judged the San Jose coaching staff harshly on their last drive, and I'm about to judge the Boise coaching staff pretty harshly. It is the second quarter in a scoreless game. The up-tempo isn't working. You're in a bad setup. Just stop going up-tempo. Take some time, call a play to get somebody past the sticks, because it seems like the only passing play they had in that formation is the short over-the-middle route to Douglas Brown.
Well, that's why you and I are up here in the booth and they're down there in the field, but their jobs, I believe, are more in jeopardy than ours are.
San Jose takes over at the 10-yard line. And J.Z. Bacon, again, nowhere to go up the middle. Jason Strongbow on the stop.
Yeah, they've been able to contain this running game with with that nickel front so far, and no reason to stop and continue doing what they're doing.
Heavy set this time from San Jose. They're going to pass out of it with the screen.
Look at that pursuit.
That was excellent pursuit on the backside. You called it. Moses Tallway got to Bacon in the backfield, and that's a play we see a lot in the major leagues work to great effect. You see BDG Hollywood take that for 40-plus yards all the time.
Yeah.
But it needs a good pass, and it needs a receiver who can create themselves some space. It is a more difficult play than it just appears on the surface.
Oh!
Get out. Caught on the outside by Odeby. Odeby down the sideline, and he's going to be caught. Excuse me, that is not Odeby. That is Anthony Delano.
Wow, the corner thought he had to intercept it, and I'm not sure if he misread the strength of Trellis Blanton's arm or what, of Jordan Sipes' arm or what, but the ball went sailing past him, as you see on the replay, and the receiver is off to the races. Anthony Delano eyes must have lit up when he came down with that football.
There's the 1,600-yard passer, Jordan Sipe, right there. Cannon of an arm to the outside, and Anthony Delano does the easy bit, picking up the extra yards, and Bacon splattered again behind the line of scrimmage.
He is going to be looking for the hot tub after this game.
Anthony Delano, 480 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns coming into the game. He's now over 500 as there's a decent run from J.Z. Bacon as he weaves his way for a first down into Boise territory.
Best run of the day for him. Cut outside, cut back inside, picks up a first down. Showing some nifty moves here for the young running back.
And of all the things I thought this game would be, Eddie, a defensive struggle is not one of them, as we have one of the best passing offenses in San Jose and the best rushing offenses in Boise facing off here tonight.
Yeah, you would think it would be a matter of who could, set their tone first, enforce their will.
Bacon, this time he gets a strong side run with plenty of protection. Breaking tackles inside the 20. J.Z. Bacon sizzling down inside the 10. And it's first and goal, San Jose.
They lined up strong side, and there were just not enough men on there to protect, the outside boundaries there. And he picks up a big chunk there on first down. And now they find themselves in the SFL red zone.
Touchdown saving tackle by Dante Grimm, and now Boise gonna have to pin their ears back on defense. Handoff, Bacon,
Touchdown.
Fantastic blocking, touchdown, San Jose!
This time they line up to the weak side, and Boise, protecting the strong side, which they just got beat on, had their teammates shifted to the strong side of the field. He runs weak side, walks right in for an uncontested touchdown. San Jose's up 6-0.
Only the 5th rushing touchdown of the season for the San Jose Flight. Kick is up, and it is good by Simon Wells. So San Jose strikes first. 7-0 Flight over the Boise Mud Dogs as we approach halftime. It's time for Boise to get the act together on offense.
Absolutely. They're fighting for their playoff lives, and there's no time like the present to turn this momentum around here for Boise.
Second touchdown of the season for Bacon on the rush side. Only averages 3.6 yards a carry. Well, that's going up after the last drive he had. 2 big runs, actually 3 big runs to get in for the score, and Boise will begin at their own 26-yard line.
Boise needs to get their act together, as you just mentioned, and if they plan on making a shot at these playoffs, the time to act is now.
And they're going to give it to Brown. Brown says, anything you can do, I can do better, as Douglas Brown up over 50 yards, and he gets 10 on that carry. Second down and less than 1 coming up.
And with 3+ minutes left in this first half, and a boatload of timeouts at your disposal, no time to stop looking at Brown now.
Douglas Brown, 5.6 yards per carry on the season, 11 total touchdowns, 10 on the ground, 1 through the air. A toss, and Brown does not have the speed to get to the outside. Excellent tackle. There is the aforementioned Aaron Gooden, leader in total tackles on the season across the entirety of the SFLm.
San Jose sniffed that play out. They had a safety down in the box 1 yard off the line of scrimmage waiting for that play. Great job scouting it.
Loss of 2, 3rd and 2. Do they go back to Douglas Brown? They do. He's got the blocking and picks up the first down just shy of the Boise 40.
Perhaps Douglas Brown is getting about tired of us talking about this San Jose offense and trying to make sure he keeps his draft stock up.
2 minutes for Boise to try and level it up before the break. This is the SFLm Season 4 on YouTube. The time is almost here. The SFL Season 18 Rookie Draft gets underway Thursday, December 30th with the SFL on Twitch. Full draft order and the length of the draft will be released once signings close at 11:59 on Monday, December 27th. Here goes Douglas Brown spinning in the hole and picks up 3.
Yeah, this time Boise comes out with 3 wide receivers trying to spread out this defense and get Brown going up the middle, but so far San Jose is having nothing of it.
With live rookie cams, analysis from all across the league, and edge of your seat excitement, the rookie draft is the pinnacle of the offseason. Where will you go? The SFL Rookie Draft, Thursday, December 30th. Douglas Brown hoping to be one of those names called on December 30th. Gets to the outside, picks up 3 more. 3rd down and 3 to go, and this is an awkward situation for Boise. Do you go back to trust Douglas Brown, who's averaging just under 3 yards a carry, or do you go to the offense in the air with Trellis Blanton, who has been inconsistent?
That's a tough call, but considering how they have a 7-man front and a safety in the box, I'm probably throwing this football.
It'll be a fullback. The running back lined up as the fullback is Brown. Falls forward, only got one, needed three.
Yeah, San Jose was all keyed in on that one. Once again, great job scouting. 8 men in the box. They need to be throwing the football in that situation.
But I think San Jose is clued into the fact that Boise doesn't want to throw the ball. They want to go ground and pound offense all the time and are taking advantage of that.
Tough sledding for this Boise offense so far this half.
And it gets worse for Boise as Salt Lake City has taken a 3-0 lead on Lexington. Remember, it doesn't matter if Boise wins here. If Salt Lake City beats Lexington, they are out of the playoffs regardless. Part of a nightmare scenario for headquarters this week, trying to figure out the consequences of each game and who goes where. But we're down to 4 teams for 2 spots. Memphis is in with a Lexington loss or a Lexington win and a San Jose win. Tacoma, who won earlier today, is in with a Salt Lake win. Boise is in with a win and a Salt Lake loss, and all Lexington has to do is win. Underneath it goes from Sipe, and the catch is made by Clinton Wilkerson, the tight end.
Defensive first half, Mike.
Might be one of the lowest scoring first halves I have ever called in all the SFL games I've done. 7-0 San Jose, and the Flight have got it done on the ground, opposed to what we thought was going to happen coming into the game. A big catch by Anthony Delano to set up that rushing touchdown. The other key highlight of the first half for San Jose. Eddie?
Yeah, Jay-Z Bacon, the highlight of this San Jose offense, as he scored a touchdown and had a couple of more impressive runs. But you know who else is happy is his fullback, Toronto Rivera, a week 2 signing of this team. He's part of the reason that he's been getting out in front and getting those big runs in. San Jose looking to play spoiler here in the last week of the SFL minor league season.
And go out on a high note, only 2-5 on the season. Their loss last weekend made it so that they are unable to compete for the playoffs this year. But it seems to me that every season, the SFLm is just close as can be. The last time I was directly involved with the SFLm was all the way back in season 1, and we had that regular season come down to the last day, where I think, 7 of the 8 teams were still in with a chance to make the playoffs come week 8.
Yeah, it's only gotten better from there as the coaching and the experience of these guys are getting down here in the minor leagues has all but improved every season.
Minor league players are able to progress now, meaning that they are more valuable to their SFL major league teams immediately when they get drafted. On the return, just shy of the 30, Boise trying for some, looking for answers on offense, to put it mildly. If you are the Boise coaching staff, Eddie, what adjustments do you make at halftime to try and get the offense ticking?
Well, first of all, I'm not going to stray too far away from Douglas Brown. He's been your bell cow, but you also have to find a way to get those receivers involved. Honus Odabe and TT Cristal, they got a way to find a way to get them involved.
To the outside goes Blanton on first down. Odabe makes the catch, and they go to the air on first down and gain only 3.
Yeah, just take what the defense gives you, both the corner and the safety to that side, with lagging back and giving them that short yardage in it. No sense forcing it. Just take what the defense gives you, stay ahead of the change and live for another down.
Another pass on second down. Fantastic defense. Over the middle by Baloo. Scott called his name a couple of times today. Week 7 signing for San Jose, showing his worth immediately.
Yeah, we just talked about taking what the defense gives you, and Odabe was open once again to the outside on the top of the screen, but the quarterback didn't see him.
Now 3rd and 7. Got to hang their hat on Trellis Blanton and these receivers. Blanton with the 7-step drop over the middle. Intercepted, shoulders receiver short, and the flight take the ball away in Boise territory. Sean Robinson, the linebacker playing center field, comes up with the interception.
Yes, he did. And you know, pre-snap, it looks like the place to go because they're playing, you know, single safety high. But at the snap of the ball, the linebackers drops straight back and you don't often see linebackers able to play pass coverage like that out there looking like B.J. Lovelace. The only difference is he actually comes down with the football while B.J. Lovelace tends to drop those opportunities.
Second interception of the season for Sean Robinson gives the flight a major advantage in this low-scoring contest. Up the middle, Bacon had a lane, but it was taken away from him very quickly by Jax Nuke, the free safety.
And you can see him adjusting his knee pads as he took a shot to the thigh. I guarantee you he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
Passing over the 10-minute mark of the third. Game's gone pretty fast with not much offense being played. Sipe under pressure, almost throws a pick. Don Fletcher deflects that one away.
What's that song where they say you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them?
Know when to walk away.
There you go. I mean, there was no one open. You got to either throw that football away or take off and sprint with it downfield.
And again, these are young players still learning the game of SFL football. A mistake that probably in the major leagues would have resulted in an interception. Over the middle it goes. Catch made close to a first down by Delano. And it's going to be 4th and inches.
It's Art Vanderlei is in the chat telling me the name of that song is called Gambler. Thanks, Art. The new offensive coordinator for the Florida Storm.
They're going to set up to go for it on 4th and 1. J.Z. Bacon has been the hotter hand of the two running backs tonight. We'll see if they snap it to him with 10 seconds to go or just try to draw Boise off sides, and it looks like they will try and get one of the big men to jump, but not Anthony Stover nor Jason Strongbow or Diamond Blackwell will jump off sides. And that's huge because San Jose burns a timeout in the second half.
A crucial timeout that could wind up being because they actually were lined up strong side right while Boise was lined up strong side left. If they hike that ball with the running back already to the quarterback's right, that's going to be a pickup of a first down in my opinion.
And so it will be on Simon Wells, the kicker for San Jose. This will be a pretty long one, 46 yards, 47 yards about.
Yeah, about 46 unofficially.
Kick on the way from the left foot. Oh, barely got it through, and San Jose takes a 2-score lead.
Great kick by Simon Wells.
And I was watching the chat earlier on that drive, and Aaron Gooden said he thought he broke the single-season SFLm tackles record, but he is still a little bit shy. The record, I believe, is 92, if I saw that right in the chat from Rain Man.
92 tackles in 8 games? Or is that including playoffs? My goodness.
I will...
That's impressive for a minor league player.
And get back to you. Well, Aaron Gooden came into the game with 87.
Wow. You're right. I mean, like you mentioned earlier, these guys are progressing, further than along than they used to be allowed to. So these, like you said, they coming in SFL ready.
Now it's time for Boise to hit back. Gotta go now if you're the Mud Dogs, and right now they're going nowhere, as an excellent tackle by Aaron Gooden moves him 1 tackle closer to that record.
And you can see pre-snap, they were actually shifting to the receiver side, but someone must have cued him in and say, hey, Douglas Brown is their MVP for a reason, and you can see the linebacker hustling to get over there and help make that tackle.
And Aaron Gordon tells me in the chat that was tackle 98, so he does in fact now own the single-season tackles record.
He wants everyone to know to draft him.
And he gets another one.
Yeah.
He's going for 100 on this drive. He's got 99.
Somewhere scouts out there, you know, writing their notepads and in their iPads that they got to start taking a closer look at that guy.
Anybody needs a linebacker up there in the SFL, give this man a call.
Give him a call. Call his agent.
On 3rd and 8, airing it out, almost intercepted again. Brilliant play by Peter Warbonnet to take the catch away. And it's 4th down, a 3 and out from the Boise offense.
Yeah, I couldn't get the number of the receiver, but his initial read got bumped off his route, which forced him to look elsewhere, and he almost threw that ball away.
Second 3 and out of the game forced by the San Jose defense. Ralph Bennington on again to punt, and that was nearly blocked as this flight came after it. And now on the return is Jared Walters, and Walters gets out past the 30, and so the flight will control again. And now for San Jose, they've figured out the Boise Mud Dogs defensively, just have to run time off the clock even with 7:56 to go in the 3rd here.
It's a game of adjustments throughout the contest, and right now San Jose has the momentum.
And they've made the adjustments, right? They saw that the run packages weren't working, so they went to strong side offenses. Here we go to the outside. Bacon wasn't getting anything inside, but get number 44 to the outside, and he's got sizzle on that speed, and he picks up another 1st down.
The fullback didn't have anyone to block until he was about 7 yards downfield. He is looking great tonight. I'm about to pencil his name in as well because Arizona needs a fullback. Toronto, give me a call.
That would be Toronto Rivera, week 2 signing from the San Jose team.
And straight and audible here.
Gonna throw it short, will Jordan Sipe, and only find Randy Gentry. Excuse me, that is Ziles with the catch, and it's gonna be 2nd down and 8.
That's the 2nd time they've drawn that play up. The first time it resulted in a 1st down. This time they had to check it down for a gain of about 2. But right now, this passing and running game is working for San Jose.
High snap, Sipe forced to throw off his back foot, and he throws it at the feet of his intended receiver, Jerry Walters, and it's 3rd and 8. You were talking about Toriano Rivera. He's not just a pass blocker. He also leads the SFLm this season in rushing yards by fullbacks.
Rivera, the owner of the Arizona Scorpions, is looking for a fullback. Give me a call, sir. I'll be waiting for you.
Eddie making front office moves on the broadcast. Always got that business sense ticking in the back of your brain. I love it.
That's right. That's right.
3rd down and 8. Sipe got to connect with one of his receivers here. He's going to throw quickly and almost throw an interception. That ball is still bouncing around there, but it could not be corralled by Strongbow, and it's a 3 and out the other way by San Jose.
Jordan Sipe, he has moments where he looks like he makes all the right reads, and there's those moments. That's like a 3rd or 4th time in this game we've seen him. Anytime he gets, taken out of the pocket and has to throw on a move, he's made bad decisions. He got to clean that up.
And even in that situation where he was in the pocket, he didn't even bother going through his progression. It was almost like pre-snap, I'm going to throw to this guy, and he did, and it was covered. Boise will start at their own 22-yard line. Well, the SFLm playoffs will be in your stockings before and after Christmas, with the semifinals coming up Wednesday, December 22nd, and the 4th SFLm championship game Wednesday, December 29th. All SFLm action is right here on the SFL YouTube channel each week. Don't miss another champion crowned. The SFLm playoffs are on the sleigh headed your way before Christmas. That's almost like a, and the name is escaping me now. What are those gifts where you get something small every day? Advent calendar. SFLm is your football advent calendar for the holiday season.
And San Jose continues to bring that strong safety down the box, provide more men than Boise's offensive line can block.
And not to go unnoticed, tackle 100 by Aaron Gooden on the season on that play. He's shouting it loud in the chat.
Oh yeah, he wants you to know about it.
And almost a pick as that ball was tipped and incomplete. Troy Kent knocked it away, and it's quickly third down again for Boise.
Boise is having a hard time, and I gotta shout out the defensive coaching staff of this San Jose flight. They are making brilliant moves out here.
And I was about to say, when are we going to stop, dogging on the Mud Dogs and start praising San Jose's defensive effort, because it has been terrific tonight.
It's been outstanding.
On 3rd and 11, time to throw. Penalty flags down. That ball is almost intercepted off the tip by Bryant James, but I believe that Blanton was in front of the line of scrimmage when he threw that football.
Yeah, and that's the call as well. Lost it down.
So it'll be 4th down.
So James Walters, the tight end for Vancouver, is the defensive coordinator for this San Jose flight team. Good job, James. And you know who his scout is? None other than Arizona tight end Will Todd. What's up, Will?
That just means that Vancouver, we already know that the Legion have one of the best offenses in the league season in and season out. If they're going to be this good on defense this season, look out SFL. Andy Hamilton may finally be putting the pieces together up there in the Great White North. And, I hold off on that a little bit, Andy. We play you in week 2, so.
James Walters showing his appreciation. Yeah. Game recognized game, James.
And due to another stellar defensive series, the San Jose offense is back in the game and in Boise territory already with a 10-point lead. Sipe, middle. That was the wrong man to throw to, as he had Delano on a post route right up the middle, running free.
Yeah, because the safety was actually running to the strong side of the field, but nonetheless, the receiver's got to come down with that football.
Power formation here for San Jose. 2 tight ends in on the right-hand side. They go strong side with Bacon, and an excellent read by the Boise defense. Julian Rasmus came up to make the tackle. Well, the other game tonight is going Boise's way, as Lexington has taken a 12-6 lead over Salt Lake City. If you're just joining us, Boise is in with a win and a Salt Lake loss. So one of those pieces is going the way of the Mud Dogs, but their offense has got to step it up because the defense is doing great. San Jose's Jordan Sipe gets ripped to the ground in the backfield for a huge loss of 7.
Michael, there aren't many times in which you see a quarterback get that much immediate pressure up the middle when he's lined up in a shotgun, but that's where he found himself, and now they have to punt.
4th and 17, and on to punt is Aaron Lind. Fair catch called for past the 20, and Boise will try and find some answers at their own 22-yard line. There's still plenty of time left. It's only 4:47 to go in the 3rd.
Don't tell Art Vanderlei that, because he's in the chat asking why's the clock moving so slow.
Sometimes you just want the sand to drain through that hourglass. You get out of here with the win.
That's right.
Listen up. Go. Audibly.
They're going to audible to Douglas Brown. Shakes a tackle, gets to the outside, and only gets 3.
You see all of that attention Douglas Brown gets every time he touches the football? My goodness.
I mean, he is the focal point of this Boise offense. No wonder San Jose has been cluing in on him all game, and it's been an excellent decision because every time Boise's gone through the air, it hasn't really worked out for them. Low snap to Blanton, and the pass is off the hands of the receiver and incomplete.
Luckily, that ball bounced out of bounds because T.T. Cristal dropped it, bounced right off his chest, and unfortunately for them, that ball stayed out of bounds.
Third and 7. Another passing situation for Boise. Down the field it goes, and it's intercepted again. Second pick of the day for the team in blue, and it's Sam Blattner picking up the interception this time.
San Jose lined up with 2 safeties both back. At the snap of the football, the strong safety went flying towards the line of scrimmage, leaving him single safety high. Anytime in that situation, he has to cover deep middle. That ball has to go outside the numbers if you're going to throw the ball deep. They threw it right down the middle of the field. It's picked off, and San Jose finds himself in prime scoring position.
Interception number 3 on the season for Blattner. And the last time San Jose got an interception in that area of the field, they got a field goal out of it to extend it to a 2-score game. Can they get more points off turnovers this time as Bacon dives through for just a short gain?
I don't know if James Walters is putting out this highlight reel of a defensive performance because he wants a coaching job in the pros, but if he keeps this up, he just may get one.
A handoff to Bacon, and nothing doing. Again, 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7, you're on the opponent's 29-yard line. Of course, you'd like to pick up the first down, but you also want to put points on the board. Don't force it if it's not there.
4 wide, plus tight end left. Sipe throws, complete, close to a first down, going to be half a yard short. I agree with that spot this time.
I do as well. He was definitely short, but you just wonder, up 10, are they going to be aggressive and try and get the first down off the feet of J.Z. Bacon with his fullback Rivera leading them, or is he going to just settle for the field goal attempt?
I'd take 3. I would take the points every day, all day. You know you have shut down the opposing offense to a degree that I often haven't seen in the SFL. Take the points.
Myself being a defensive guy, I agree with you.
It's the left foot of Wells. He missed it wide to the right.
Wide right. Yeah, wide right. Oh, my goodness. Simon Wells misses the chip shot field goal. Going to leave this a 10-0 game. And if there was ever an opportunity for Boise to take advantage of this situation, it's right now.
Well, Wells hit from 46
he sure
and then
did.
Misses from almost half of that.
Oh, I feel bad for the kid. Oh!
Underneath routes is caught.
Wow.
That's Mac Trapp on the catch for Boise.
He ran a hitch route and came back and grabbed it as if he thought a defender was behind him. That's impressive, though. You want to come back to the football and leave that lane between you and the ball shorter.
And that's one of the things that I'm sure that people connected to the Major League franchises are looking at. Sure, you want to win minor league games, but it's not the be-all, end-all. You know, it's about showcasing your skills. As Aaron Gooden has got himself another tackle. That's 101. on the season.
Aaron Gooden is counting them on the sidelines along with us. And if Boise is going to win this game, it looks like they're going to have to find a way to do it other than the legs of Douglas Brown.
Well, it's the legs of Douglas Brown they're going to get. And on 3rd and 6, they only get one. Aaron Gooden again has been the bane of Brown's existence tonight. Him along with Bryant James, who is really, if Gooden doesn't stop him, James will.
Yeah, you want to talk about putting out a highlight tape for an SFL pro resume. Look no further than this San Jose defense.
It's another 3 and out by Boise as we approach the end of the 3rd quarter.
They're going to get decent starting field position here again on the 34-yard line too, Mike.
Yep. Well, with their win earlier today, the Madison Lynx have secured the #1 seed. And these last
Great
two
game,
games
too.
it was a fantastic game between the Navigators and the Lynx. Sipe, middle, caught. Excellent catch up to near midfield and past it to the Boise 48 will be the spot. Another terrific catch by Delano.
Yeah, and that time, Boise actually played pretty well. They had both safeties high, but unfortunately for them, the strong safety made a move to outside the numbers, and they threw it right where he just left from for a big first down.
Outside to the fullback. That's a catch for Toriano Rivera. Only gains 1.
Talk about a wrap-up tackle by free safety Jax Nuke. 5'11", 188. Puts his shoulders in his belly and brings him down. Great tackle.
Well, if these results hold, if San Jose hangs on and Lexington beats Salt Lake, as we head to the 4th quarter, the top 4 seeds at the moment will hold, and it will be Madison, Annapolis, Memphis, and Lexington in the 4th edition of the SFLm playoffs. 1 quarter to go for Boise to try and turn something around. This is the SFL's Minor League on YouTube. And it's going to have to start on the defensive end for Boise. Floated over the middle, tipped. Oh, and how big would an interception have been there for the Mud Dogs?
That ball bounced about 8 feet in the air, and it would have totally flipped the field had Boise come down with it.
Appreciate all the 4s and 86s in the chat. Chat's been real hype tonight.
They have.
They've been getting into it.
You got guys here in the pros and the minors watching this game.
3rd and 9. What can Sipe dial up here? Takes the belt high snap. Looks over the middle. It's deflected and incomplete. There was a Boise Mud Dogs player in the secondary who made a diving attempt to try and pick that off. I couldn't quite tell who it was. Maybe we'll see on the replay.
Yeah, I was trying to spot it.
It was Liam Ryan.
Yeah, he's in the chat too.
Watch him come across. Boom, right there.
Oh, yeah, that was great camera work. I mean, these guys are selling out trying to make a play for the defense.
Because they know they're going to have to try and do something to change the momentum. It's going to be another San Jose punt, but it's going to leave Boise, in poor field position once again, as Salt Lake City has taken the lead on Lexington.
Great
Fair catch called for and taken at the 11-yard line. Well, APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and consistently refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. That Salt Lake Lexington game still only in the first half, under 2 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. Thank you, Ty, for keeping us up to date over the middle. And it's not just been Trellis Blanton. It's been the receivers for Boise who just haven't been there all night long.
Yeah, that ball hit him right in the chest. He's got to come up with that. As you see Tyler in the chat giving us updates of the other game going on. I'm not sure if you've heard, Mike, but Cam and I have thought about and drawn up like a SFL version of Sports Center called SFL Center. And he's looking for people to help out with that. And if you're interested in doing so, hit up Cam in the DM.
Brown, we thought coming into the game he would be the focal point, and he has been for the Mud Dogs offense, but not to very good success as the San Jose defense has shut him down all night thanks to Aaron Gooden and the rest of that San Jose defense.
All night long, Brown has not been able to deliver his packages today.
Extra protection for the quarterback. That's a nice pass, turning up field and picking up the first down is Marcus Brody as Boise moves the chains for what feels like the first time in the entire second half. I don't know if that's right.
It sure feels like that, doesn't it, Mike? I was just thinking the same thing, and man, that was a great, review of that play right there. That pass is, it may look short, but he's throwing it about 20 yards across the field.
Again, Blanton to throw. Goes to Brown. Brown pushed out of bounds. Back at the original line of scrimmage.
Brown has had a spy on him all night. It looks pre-snap as if they're going to sink back into coverage, but he's just sitting out there in the zone waiting for him.
And it's usually been Bryant James, and he's done an excellent job if the play does go to the outside of shutting it down. Linebackers shift to the left. Blanton, time, dumps it short to Brown. A little bit of space now for Brown to the outside, and it takes James to force him out of bounds after a gain of 8. And the one time we really saw the Boise offense do well in this game, it was in up-tempo towards the end of the first half. Now, they didn't come away with points at the end of that drive, but they used a lot of plays like this, a little bit of trickery to get Brown in space.
Like San Jose did on that play, except they allowed Brown to get outside leverage from the defender, number 57, linebacker for San Jose, which resulted in that pickup of 8 yards.
Brown, strong side right. Look out, going backwards, and I'm going to give you one guess to who that tackle was by. And if you say anybody other than Aaron Gooden, you're wrong.
Aaron Gooden is going to remind you if you guessed wrong who it was. He's going to say, no, that's me. I love my teammates, but put some respect on my name.
And I am not sure on the numbers the rest of the season, but this could be a season high for Aaron Gooden. It seems like every other play he has been involved on some sort of tackle or other.
He's moving up those draft boards.
Flight again with a chance to burn some more clock as we hit under 9 minutes to play in the ball game. And I'm surprised that the Flight have gone more to the air in this fourth quarter and not just try and run the clock out with Bacon.
Jones is in the chat saying it's all good. That's nice.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to take that pun and use it whenever we get to do a Jacksonville game this year. Jump of the route almost intercepted by Liam Ryan. He's been the most impressive player for me on the Boise defense today.
Yeah, we called his number a number of times today. Cover 2 zone didn't look like a pre-snap, which is why it fooled the quarterback. Fooled me too.
Second and 10 from your line, 36 yards.
Long hold before the snap. It's going to be the fullback, Rivera, to fall forward to the line of scrimmage and burn some more clock. Strongbow, who I think is a close second for defensive player of the game for Boise, made the tackle.
Yeah, with all the lead blocks that Rivera's made tonight, It's nice to give him a carry every now and then.
And he has one reception as well, does Rivera. 3rd and 10, 4 wide plus the tight end left. Sipe against a 3-man rush, finds a man over the middle, but he's going to be short of the first down. Jack Hemming on the catch for San Jose.
You know what? Some people may be disappointed in that play call there, but I actually like it. They're up 10-0. Their defense has balled out all night. No sense in making an errant throw that could potentially be intercepted throwing the ball downfield. Take what you can get, punt the ball deep, and put the game back in the hands of your defense.
And it's all about fundamentals. Ball control, making good reads, getting the ball to your receivers in space, and that's really all you can ask of a quarterback. And again, the punt coverage from San Jose has been excellent tonight.
Fantastic.
Matt Trapp has had nowhere to go basically every time he's received the ball, and most times he's just called for the fair catch.
I mean, it's like a revolving door. We just keep getting the same thing. You know, Douglas Brown keeps trying to make a play, and you see a mountain of a wall of defenders waiting for him. Short passing game hasn't been working either for Boise.
Low snap to Blanton, nowhere to
Oh.
go. Football, 2 spin moves by Douglas Brown. He says if we're not going to get into the playoffs, I might as well make the last 7 minutes of this game a personal highlight reel.
Yeah, and I mean, San Jose actually played that perfectly, but it was just great individual effort by Douglas Brown getting 7 yards out of that play.
Toss to Brown. Nowhere to go,
Nowhere to go.
as there is more blue jerseys around him than yellow. Loss of 4.
And once again, the strong safety is out there to help make the tackle in the backfield, Michael. The strong safety. He lined up about 4 yards off the line of scrimmage and was waiting to help make an assist on that play.
Hustle from everywhere on this San Jose defense tonight. Now on 3rd down, Blanton has to escape. Throw off his back foot, tipped it incomplete, and it's Gooden in the secondary, knocking balls down this time.
The smile on my face. Some people may be bored. Guys like Cam who like those 30 to 29 games. No, sir. It's all about defense today. Defense tonight for this San Jose squad. They've been playing great all night long. And wow, you want to talk about putting a smile on Eddie Gage's face? Play good defense. James Walters, take a bow, young man.
And San Jose was kind of in the middle of the pack in terms of defense this season. 4th in total yards allowed. And 5th in points against per game. But tonight they have played probably their best game of the season as a unit.
Saving their best for last. They've been giving up 24 points a game, like you said, and today they have shut out this Boise squad.
A Boise offense that averaged 20.29 points a game and rushed for 161 yards. Another tip, and we've seen that a couple of times from Boise as Jordan Sipe. That's something he's got to clean up, is getting the balls out to the sidelines faster.
Yeah, he definitely does. The decision making has not been the sharpest tonight, but he's got to, get it together here. I mean, your team has got a 10-0 lead with 6.5 to play. No sense in making bad decisions. Just take what the defense gives you.
Under center goes Sipe. 2nd down and 10. Sipe got a throw against the 4-man rush, and it's incomplete. Excellent job in coverage by Strongbow.
47 on 47 crime right there. He stuck with him stride for stride.
Yep, Dante Grimm, another top prospect out of this Boise team.
He's another active member here in the SFL on game days I see.
3rd down and 10. And with all this talk about the San Jose defense, the Boise defense hasn't been that bad. It's really only been that one drive, as here goes a launch down the field. Oh, well, I think I might have jinxed it as Anthony Delano drops a for sure touchdown as he burned the corner on the sideline.
Yeah, I don't know if there was his arm, outstretched arm of the corner gotten in the path of the football. He couldn't quite see it, or if he was more focused on bringing his feet down in bounds. But that should have been a completion.
But really, for San Jose, offensive-wise, it's only been one drive that started inside their own 10. There was the long pass to Delano to set up the two big runs by Bacon for the touchdown, and that's really been it. The field goal came off of the interception.
Yeah. I mean, Boise, they've kind of played defensively as well. We got to give them some credit too. But unfortunately for them, they just have not been able to get their offense going. I mean, coming into this game, they ranked second, averaging 162 yards per game with Douglas Brown. But today, they have been unable to get things going.
Yeah, well, you have a 0% chance of winning a football game when you don't score any points. And Douglas Brown, he's been trying to spin his way to freedom, but he has not found it yet.
Has not found it yet, and the runs he has gotten yardage on has been off individual effort like that one there.
Salt Lake City holds that slim 1-point advantage. This time Brown off a pass,
fumble.
The football, it's laying on the ground, and San Jose falls on it. It's a misery compiler for the Boise offense. Just when they thought they had a first down, Peter Warbonnet picks up the loose football.
Yeah, and you just wonder if Douglas Brown trying to make something happen, his offense has been pretty much dead silent today besides his individual effort, trying to do a bit too much here as he's caught in a spin. And number 56, I believe it is, hits him right as he's in the middle of a spin, causes that football to come out, and San Jose is going to try and put this game away.
Sam Blotner punched the football out, and Peter Warbonnet picked up the loose change, and that might just put this one on ice with 5 minutes to go, and Jay-Z Bacon running it, and we've got a score update from Lexington. The Miners take the lead back.
75-yard opening play of the quarter per Tyler Falk.
So when we're done here in about 5 minutes time, roll on over to that other game. Should be an exciting conclusion. See who gets the final playoff spot in what is essentially now that Boise has lost a straight playoff game for the 4th seed.
Yeah, time is ticking for this Boise team. They got to make something happen. They got to make it happen now.
Handoff middle. Nowhere to go with the football. I apologize. I mentioned that the game with Lexington and Salt Lake is a straight playoff game for the 4th seed. It is not. Lexington is in with a win. If Lexington loses, Tacoma gets the last playoff spot due to their win earlier today in dominant fashion over Ottawa.
Open this clock.
2nd down and 9. Bacon milking the clock.
Bacon is baking this defense of Boise right now. It is demoralizing. Trust me, I've been there. When you know the opposition wants to run out the clock and milk as much as they can via the ground game, and you cannot get them off the field.
Yeah, and with just over 3 minutes left to go in the game, I'm gonna give up on something I was trying to bring up all game long. I'll wait till after this 3rd down and 4 from the 22.
Open the clock.
All the way down it goes. Bacon gets crushed to the backfield, and it'll be 4th down. I thought for the beginning of the game that Boise's uniforms, at least the jerseys, looked like scrambled eggs. I was going to try and make some sort of bacon and eggs joke. It's just not it does not come to me, so I'm giving up on it. It's all part of a balanced breakfast. I don't know.
Art
It's
says
the
Bacon is
SFL
on the
night
road.
shift. Don't blame me.
So this is going to be about a 40-yard field goal from here. Yeah.
1 of 2 on the day for Wells, and this time it's good. So he's hit from 40, he's hit from 46, and he's missed from 32.
Go figure.
Go figure. And this one was
It's
the
like
best
a
one of the night.
receiver. It's like a receiver wide open in the end zone, no one around him, and all he has to do is catch it. They say the ones when you're wide open sometimes can be the most difficult ones to catch. Maybe for a field goal kicker, the shortest ones can be the most difficult to make.
13-0, still a 2-score game. But Boise now needs 2 touchdowns instead of a touchdown and a field goal in the last 2:16. So right now, if Boise gets something on offense, it's score and onside territory for the Mud Dogs.
With all the bacon and egg conversation you're talking about, Aaron Gooden, you just made him hungry. But based off the performance he has today, I don't think anyone's going to mind. They might be buying your dinner, young man.
I was about to say, what is he hungry for? He's been eating all game long. He's been eating up the offensive line. 2:13 to go. Brown in space. This time he does not spin and just chooses to hang on to the football, gain of 9, as that will be the 2-minute warning. San Jose has controlled the game. They just need to control the last 2 minutes, and they end their season on a high note. This is the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. For the final time, Michael Twillo alongside Eddie Gage here in San Jose. The SFL night shift coming to a close for the final time in this SFLm season. Throwing off his back foot is Blanton, and this time it's complete underneath as San Jose is just content to give up anything that's not deep down the middle now with under 2 minutes to go. Brown gets a block, tries to spin back inside to where Gooden and Robinson were waiting, and they combo to make the tackle.
Even in crunch time, safeties are jumping up and making the play.
Over the middle to Brown. And it's something I wanted to pick your brain on earlier, and the conversation kind of fizzled out. What is your opinion on that short running back out of the backfield up the middle play? Because we see a lot of major league teams start to go for it now. As under the middle, the pass is caught by the tight end Kyle Storm, and Boise is inside the 35 or the 45.
A long time ago, Minnesota used to run it when T-Pat was coaching the offense. But you're right, we haven't seen much of it since until recently. And Florida's another team. Max Paul, he does it from time to time as well. He likes that outlet receiver.
Middle, diving, incomplete off the hands of T.T. Crystal.
6 attempts, 2 completions for the wide receiver Crystal.
Not a great day for the 5'10", 207 receiver.
That's putting it kindly.
Under a minute. Boise has all 3 timeouts, saving them for the potential of maybe getting a score here. This is the first time they've been this close to the end zone all day. Blanton. And it just dropped on the outside, and that almost could have been an interception as Baloo Scott was there to eventually just break that pass up.
Has not been helping out their quarterback today with some of these opportunities here for Boise.
A lot of drop passes from the team in yellow and black. Now 4th and 5. This is essentially 4th and ball game here with 46 seconds to go. Blanton gonna throw for it, and again it's a drop. Honus Odeby sees the ball go off his hands, and the San Jose Flight will end their season with a 13-0 victory over the Boise Mud Dogs and quash their hopes of getting into the playoffs.
And believe it or not, San Jose has been aggressive all game long. They came out in a 3-2 and decided to play too soft They're basically playing cover 2, give you the deep ball to the edges, but they got a great jam on the receivers, took that away, and San Jose is going to walk away with an impressive win over the playoff bound, or the playoff hungry, I should say, Boise Mud Dogs.
Well, they knew Boise was coming in with a good rushing attack and not much through the air, so they sold out against the run. And this is one of those rare times where a defense sells out against one particular portion of the offense for the entire game and it works out. Usually, if you see somebody doing that in the playbook, that's inexperience on a coordinator's part, because then they just get beat over the top, or a running back has a great day. But tonight, it has worked to perfection for San Jose.
It has, and I've talked about it a number of times. They've kept that safety in a box several times throughout this contest, daring Boise to beat them deep, and they were unable to do so.
Bacon just gets the last couple of carries as Boise burns their timeouts. I mean, it is possible that they'll get the ball back here on 3rd and 7. They have one timeout left.
Anything is possible. We've seen, stranger things have happened throughout the SFL, but if it's going to happen, it needs to happen for them now.
3rd down and 7 now. Let's see if they just give it to Bacon and force Boise to burn their final timeout. It is split
passing
back,
the ball,
but it's just more coverage, and it's knocked away. Don Fletcher batted that ball down, and it's going to be a San Jose punt with 32 seconds left. I also have to say a big shout out to everybody in the chat tonight, everybody watching. You've made this SFL After Dark adventure very enjoyable for Eddie and myself. It's been fun interacting with you. Don't really get to do that with the major leagues.
Yeah, and Art is on the sidelines asking, why are you throwing a ball right there? Force him to call that last timeout.
Because now Boise has one timeout, only 24 seconds, so basically every play is going to have to be a bomb down the field, which they haven't really done at all. I'm not sure a play like that is in the Boise playbook from what I've seen so far tonight.
Either that or get the ball downfield with some intermediate routes and get out of bounds.
Let's see what they draw up here. I'm surprised that Douglas Brown is still in the backfield and they haven't split him out wide and just used him as an extra receiver.
Big seven-step
Seven-step drop. Blanton fires.
And there it is.
Caught past the defense. It's caught by Odeby. Odeby gets out of bounds with 16 seconds left inside the 23-yard line, and Boise doesn't have to burn a timeout.
We just talked about San Jose being aggressive on defense. They did it again right there. This time he missed the jam, and Odeby ran downfield free and clear, comes at the reception. And if he scores right there in that opportunity, this game all of a sudden becomes very interesting.
We'll take another tackle off the Aaron Gooden tracker, that one of the touchdown-saving variety, as the linebacker tracked all the way down the field. This time they're going to get it to Brown. Spins back to the inside. They're going to have to call their last timeout here.
Yeah.
You got to get out of bounds there, and I'm shocked they don't go down the field. Go to the end zone. You're on the 23-yard line.
Yeah, there's no time like the present, and they don't have time to matriculate the ball downfield, Mike. They need to make something happen, and they need to happen now.
I mean, I understand getting the ball to your best athlete, but best athlete is not in position to make the play that you need at the moment.
He also needs to get out of bounds.
Twin receivers.
Big
Another seven-step drop, and it's going to be short and just pitching the ball out of bounds. It was in the direction of Odeby. But it's going to be 3rd and 6. The down really doesn't matter. There's 7 seconds to go.
Yeah. I mean, you need to score, get an onside kick, recover it, and throw a Hail Mary downfield. That's about all you have time left for right now.
In 7 seconds.
A lot. Yeah, in 7 seconds.
Sometimes even a touchdown play from this area of the field takes longer than 7 seconds. It's got to be to the end zone. It's going to be short of the end zone. Boise doesn't have a timeout left, and they have been shut out by the San Jose Flight. Tremendous performance by the Flight defense from beginning to end as they end their season with a victory. San Jose improves to 2-5. Boise drops to 3-5. So they finished the season with identical records. San Jose will leap
20
them on.
tackles.
That's insane. 20
That's
tackles
insane.
by Aaron Gooden. What was he up to by the end of the game? I can do some quick maths here while you break down today's game for me.
Oh, I don't know what he ends up with for the season, but 20 tackles in a game. Louisiana just brought back Gerald's son out of a brief retirement. I don't think he's ever finished a game with 20 tackles, and he never misses a tackle. So for him to do this in this game where they needed it most, trying to get a win, something positive to go look forward to next season, showing they can compete with the big boys. They did so today. Think about this. Think about all the guys you might have coming back next season, and they can build upon this. They got great coaches, obviously, who can score, in the red zone. They can defend as well as anyone against the running game. You can defend a running game and make a team one-dimensional. You can find a way to defend the pass as well. San Jose has a bright future ahead of them.
Yeah, and of course, with two-way contracts coming to the SFL now, it's very likely that a lot of these players will be back here next season, looking to build something here in San Jose, while also progressing and potentially getting a chance in the major leagues midway through the year.
That's a great point, Michael. I mean, to talk about an opportunity to put your resume out there. You can play for the pros, come back, play in the minors, as long as you can stay in shape and give yourself enough of an opportunity to keep playing all those games. You've got a great career ahead of you and a lot of opportunity to put something on tape. Aaron Gooden, player of the game with 20 tackles.
Player of the game, 20 tackles. 20 tackles, giving him a SFL minor league regular season record, 107 tackles in 8 games. Once again, San Jose defeats Boise 13-0. Reminder that the other game going on right now between Lexington and Salt Lake will decide the playoff fates of Lexington and Tacoma. Head on over there after this one. For Cameron Irvine behind the scenes, pushing the buttons. For Eddie Gage on commentary with me, always a pleasure, Eddie. My name is Michael Turillo, saying so long and see you in the SFLm playoffs.
Arizona, I love y'all. We lost the hands, brothers, y'all, but we're going to find a way to make this work and get back and make another deep playoff run. Everybody, thanks for coming. Good night and drive home safe.